Today guys on Beer Geek Nation, the pumpkin beers continue, and this time we're looking at a collaboration brew pumpkin beer. This is an Imperial Pumpkin Porter. This is Fermentation Without Representation Imperial Pumpkin Porter, coming in at 8% alcohol by volume. It's a collaboration between DC Brau out of Washington, DC and Epic Brewing out of Utah. And if you guys can't get this one, like myself, you can go to craftshack.com and have it shipped to you. And again, use the coupon code BGN to get $5 off your order. So what is this? It's an Imperial Porter brewed with vanilla beans, allspice, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, all those pumpkin pie spices that you would expect in a beer like this. Now, with that all said, I'm not the biggest fan of dark pumpkin beers, stouts, porters. I just haven't had any that have blown me away, or just really, I think the spices tend to get lost in the big malt characteristics. So a lot of you guys have recommended this one, so I'm assuming it's, a solid beer. So let me get into a glass, let you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give you the final verdict on the Fermentation Without Representation. All right, guys, so the aroma on the Fermentation Without Representation. Wow, definitely get those pumpkin pie spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, a little bit of clove, a vanilla sweetness, lots of roasty notes. I'm getting a little bit of a dark chocolate, slight coffee. Yeah, but really you do get those kind of porter and pumpkin pie spices, which is unusual for a style like this. Really good stuff. All right, guys, so the taste on the Fermentation Without Representation. Cheers. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I was afraid that the spices would get lost, but they absolutely don't. Right at the front of the tongue, you get a nice blast of those pumpkin pie spices, a little bit of cinnamon, nutmeg, definitely coming through. Middle of the mouth, the porter starts to definitely take over. Chocolate, dark chocolate, a little bit of a cocoa powder, a little bit of a coffee bitterness in there, a slightly dry, roasty, malty characteristic to it. Very classic porter. Aftertaste, again, those pumpkin pie spices start to come forward. Some more cinnamon, nutmeg, those classic, pumpkin pie notes, that vanilla, a little bit of vanilla sweetness in the back. Pretty dry finish, as you would expect from a porter at 8%. It goes down really nice. I don't taste any of that alcohol. It's pretty cool. It switches back between a really good porter and a really good pumpkin beer, and they just kind of do this dance, and they do ultimately come together in a really, really complete beer. Really good stuff. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Fermentation Without Representation, 8% alcohol by volume, available now. You can go to craftshack.com, use coupon code BGN to get $5 off, guys. Going to give this one an A-. Again, this is not a style of pumpkin beer. It's a style within a style, I guess. Not a style within a style of pumpkin beers that I tend to gravitate towards. I think sometimes the malts kind of overpower the spices that I like to have in a pumpkin beer, but that doesn't happen with this one at all. There's a perfect balance between spicing and that really good porter. And again, they kind of play off each other, enhance each other to make a really, really enjoyable dark pumpkin beer, which again, not one of my favorites. This one really works though. So if you're not a fan of these kinds of beers, definitely check this one out. It's awesome stuff. Getting an A from me. And remember folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.